Alright guys, welcome to the Photoshop demonstration class, and this is the Photoshop, and we're going to talk about the copy paste with the selection tools in Photoshop. This is the first class of the uh, media art intro class. So this is the Photoshop interface, and go to File, Open. Any downloaded image from the Google Drive, you can just open from here, okay? Or you can just simply drag into the Photoshop interface the image and let go. It'll also open, okay? So both way works just fine. File, open, and I save onto the desktop. This is my image I downloaded from the Google Drive. Open. So I can open this JPEG image. And we have something called the layers, okay? So when you open the original image, we have automatically create the background layer, which is, you see the lock icon here. So we cannot really change or control this layer. So it'll be great idea, probably you will copy. Here's the layer options, okay? Layers, we're going to talk about more in depth in a little bit. But again, the background layer, you cannot really control that. So I want you to left click, drag it, and this is the copy icon. The second icon from the right. Now you can have background copy, and this lock background layer, you can just go delete it with the trash can icon. Okay, so it's the same thing, but now we can access and change this layer because it's not locked layer. Okay. Uh, and then where's the selection tools? The copy paste. Okay, so and with the layer system, that will be a very basic and really important major uh, concept for creating the new image out of the multiple images. You can just mix to one big new image. So the very first tool I'm going to talk about is this is the toolbar on the left side. You should have the layers on the right side. Okay, so this is the the most important window you're going to have. If you don't see these layers, you have to go to Window, and here's the layers window, on and off command. The hotkey is F7, so if you hit F7, you will see this window, layers, very important. And the left side of the interface is the toolbar, and this is the move. Okay, so I'll talk about the move tool in a second. The second tool is the rectangular selection tool. As you can see, this is the dotted, the rectangular box icon. Just click it, and when you left click and drag, you can make some selections. Now this is a selected icon here. Okay, so selected area of your image, and copy is on the edit, copy, edit, paste. When you paste onto the image, it doesn't make any changes on the image, but take a look at the layers here. So you got the new layer, this eye icon, you can see or you can hide the layer. So the background copy is the whole image, and the layer 1, that's automatically created by the pasting the image. So when you turn on the eye icon, now we have this much of area of the background image is copy and pasted. This is the move. Okay, so move tool, hotkey is a V. So now I can take the top layer and I can just move around. Okay, so I can have this multiple layers of the image now. So very simple way you make the selection, you using this rectangular marquee tool. And I'm going to go back to select my background copy layer. This is your source layer now. When you try to copy from the background, you have to select. You see there's a grayscale indicator on the layer. that means this layer is selected. For example, now you select this layer, layer 1, and you wanna copy from this empty space. It's not gonna copy paste nothing, okay? So you make sure you're selecting the correct layer and then you copy paste from there. So the another way you can make the quick selection is elliptical marquee tool. It's kind of same as the rectangular marquee, but this one you can click and drag. You can kind of make the nice round elliptical shape. And inside of the selection now, see now I'm moving my cursor, my mouse inside. I can actually move it a little bit, okay? So once again, click and drag. You can make the selection. Move the mouse inside and you can just go left click and you can move around. You can just go ahead and make some selections there too. Same idea. Make sure it's a background copy layer. Edit, copy, edit, paste. Now move tool. I can move around. So I have another kind of like rounded stone image copied away here. Of course, this is the making new layer automatically when you copy and paste from edit menu. So the box selection tool, elliptical selection tool. Go back to background copy. Next tool will be lasso selection tool and polygonal lasso tool. So lasso selection tool is a little bit better than the rectangular or the elliptical selection tool. This is actually you can left click, hold down, and you can draw the selection line. As you can see, now it's not really a exact elliptical or round shape. See, I kind of nicely make the copy ready for this stone here. So this is, you can just click and drag. You can make like whatever the shape. Go back to the starting point, let go the left click, then you can have this nice selection tool. So I'm gonna go back a couple of steps, undo, step backward. So you can go back to the previous selection stage too. Okay, from the edit and step backward. Okay. So now I can do the same steps, copy, edit, and paste. And of course, move. It is pasted on layer 3. You can double click and you can just rename the. This is like big stone. You can rename the layers too. The renaming layer is also really important. Okay, and then go use the move tool. I can just move around. Okay, so that's kind of how you make the duplication of your elements of your source image. Hide, go back to the background copy. Next tool is a polygonal lasso tool. This one is you can just go by like lots of clicking. It'll give you the straight lines. Click, 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 click. You can go like kind of really precise selection with lots of clicking. Okay, lots of clicking. So same idea if you wanna go like make the selection of these yellow stone or big stone. Instead of like draw the selection, now you can just go click, 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 lots of clicks up until the very starting point, and then click again. Now you have the selection. It's kind of like same thing, but it needs lots of clicking. Okay, same thing. Copy, paste. Go back a couple of steps, undo paste. Okay. So these tools are also kind of really easy and handy tools. Okay, lasso selection tool and polygonal lasso tool. Um, one thing, you can make the selection out of any the source image. Let's go talk about the feathering. Okay, the feathering. Uh, I think these options are almost same here with the all the like marquee tools or lasso, polygonal lasso tools. So let's talk about these option boxes here. So this is the adding the new selection. Okay, so new selection. So I already make some selections, so that could be a new selection. This is adding the selection. Okay, so now I'm selecting this icon here. Click on it. Now let's say I want to add another stone. Then you can just go ahead. You see the lasso selection icon. Now you have the plus sign there. So you can just go keep adding new area. So now you expanding your selection area. Okay. The third one is the subtracting your selection. So click on it. Now I don't want this stone. Then again, I'm gonna start from here and all the way cut through for the second stone. Just surround the whole selection and let go. Now the previous selection for the second stone, it was gone. Same idea. So you see the minus sign. I can just subtract the area of the selection too. Now again, go back to the add selection. Now I can just go kind of adding those selections. It has to be like surrounds the whole area. Okay, so add selection, subtract the selection. This is kind of like uh, it's the intersection from two selections. We don't usually use it, but if you have like two selections, it only makes the selections of the intersection area. Okay, but these two, add, subtract, is very important. So you can just stick with the original new selection, and you can use also the hotkey too. Okay, so adding new selection, hotkey for add is shift. Hold down shift, you can add. Alt will be subtract. Okay, on the Macintosh it'll be the command key and control key, I guess. Yes. So yeah, you can access these two with the hotkey shift and alt. What is the feather? Okay, so let's go talk about the feather. So I'm gonna make the selection on the red stone here. Okay, very quickly with the lasso, and this is the feather 0 pixel. Copy, edit, copy, edit, paste, move. Yeah, look at the edge of the copy is really sharp, very sharp, and cut from the original source image. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the lasso tool. I'll kind of make the same selection tool here. Okay. Now I'm gonna add the feather. Okay. Oh, actually, it has to be before I make the selection. So I'm gonna go like, let's go add 10 pixels of the feather. Deselect. You can just go select anywhere from the image. Okay. Click anywhere. Now I'm gonna make another selection for the redstone. Okay. Copy with. Oh, see, it has to be the background layer. The error message says the source image is with the selection was empty because I selected the layer 3, which is this one only. So go back to the background copy layer, and with the feather 10 pixel, I'm gonna go edit, copy, edit, paste. Now take a look at the new copied layer. Look at the edge is very soft, very soft. Okay, so if you want the soft cut, the hard edge cut with a feather, 0 pixel. Maybe 10 pixel is kind of too blurry, but maybe you can use like 2-3 pixels. You can get very nice soft selection out of this feather control there. Okay, so anti-aliasing is kind of same thing. It's giving you a little bit like softer, smoother selection when you turn on. So anti-aliasing I always turn on, and if I want like softer cut, I use the feather here. Okay, I mean you can use like big feather. I'll show you. Go back to the feather. I'm gonna go this time like 45 pixels, and let's go add the selection here. Copy, paste. Oh no, this is the new layer. See, this one is really blurry because it's a 45 pixel feather, 10 pixel feather, and this is for 0 pixel feather effects. Okay, so the next video I'm going to talk about the using quick selection tool and magic wand.